to this edition of the program, Education at Midweek. Good morning, and you are wholeheartedly welcome to this program. What are on our plates this beautiful morning? Today we have the two CEOs of Monserrado County, and they will be giving us their own updates on the area of control when it comes to education activities and enforcement of WIC fees and what is made. Besides that, we talk about Gala Day celebration, and we'll also talk about dress code of teachers and students in the various schools in the Republic of Liberia. This morning, we are pleased to invite you to this fascinating, educative, and informative program, Education at Midweek. On behalf of the entire staff at the Ministry of Education, my name is J. Maxine Bleaton, the usual producer and presenter of this program. Please stay tuned for the rest of the program. Let's come for education. For education. Let's come for education. For education. Of course, right now we will leave this studio and join the communication division at the Ministry of Education to give you some updates.
Me and my vice president will be the first to take drug tests, and I urge all others to follow. Education. Education remains a beacon of hope, but our educational system has been a downward spiral over the years, leaving countless Liberian children without the tools that they need to build a better tomorrow. It is a problem we must confront head on. Education is not a privilege, it is a fundamental. We cannot turn a blind eye to the fact that a significant portion of our population is struggling with a lack of access to quality education. And there is no other way that we can genuinely successfully fight poverty without the provision of quality education to our people. Starting now, our administration is making the steadfast commitment to revitalize our education. With the investment in infrastructure provide adequate resources, this will create your support. Good governance, honorable legislators, our commitment to good governance is unwavering.
Teacher quality, training, and condition of our teaching workforce. Many teachers are untrained and lack adequate teaching and learning materials. Both students and teachers are enough learning or teaching materials. These conditions are worse and especially challenging in remote areas of the country, a situation which hinders teachers' willingness to work in these areas, exacerbating the use of volunteer teachers, which impacts the effectiveness of student learning. Facilities, infrastructure, and resources. Low primary completion rates, high proportion of out-of-school children, especially from poor, underserved, and rural areas, low learning outcomes, inadequate and insufficient infrastructure, and weak monitoring and supervision of schools and instruction. With the realization that education is national development, it is imperative that we commit to leading an education delivery system that promotes an environment where our teachers, school boards, county education officers are capacitated and equipped to deliver quality education. Educational opportunities that ensures they are well read, well-spoken, technically proficient, and globally competent. And our lawmakers, partners, educational stakeholders, parents, and civil society are engaged and informed. Thank you for this historic opportunity, Mr. Chairman, to join the ranks of esteemed ministers of education that have served this great nation. Today marks a time of sober reflection on this preferment, the responsibilities and challenges that lie ahead. Unequivocally, this is a charge to deliver excellence and value in pursuit of strengthening our educational sector and operationalize policy and project commitments. This, Mr. Chairman, honorable committee, allow me to share with you areas of the sector which must be prioritized, for which utmost moral, legislative, and budgetary supports are needed. Increasing investment in education, to realize our vision of an educated society, we as a people and government must increase public and private investment in education as a percentage of our GDP. This involves expanding government budget allocations by at least 20%, giving risk in the Ministry of Education, seeking increased bilateral support for scholarships and special projects, and exploring international partnerships, promoting TVET, diversifying and enhancing technical and vocational education training is crucial. Working closely with local and international partners, target job creating sectors, we can provide formal, non-formal, and informal training that equips our youth with skills needed for economic and personal development. Secondary education. I received a solid foundation at St. Michael's in Ghana. I graduated valedictorian and went on to pursue my undergraduate and graduate in diploma studies. I obtained a Doctor of Education in Education Leadership from the Delaware State University, a Master of Arts in Counseling, and dual undergraduate degrees in Sociology and Communication, all from Rhode Island College, in addition to several professional certificates. During my 22 plus years career, I have progressed from a coordinator counselor to an associate vice president with emphasis in secondary and higher education, public safety, research and development, human services, workforce development, capacity building, policy improvement.
Of course, the voice of Dr. Jasu Adiachala, the Minister of Education. Earlier, you're listening to the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency, Honorable President Joseph Walker. I want to say thank you so much there from the Ministry of Education, Division of Communication, meeting on this morning. Many thanks to David and Anna for the coordination. That was very professional. Thank you so much. This morning we have with us the two giants in Montserrat when it comes to education. So I will want them to introduce themselves to the listening audience and tell us their position and their responsibility. We start from our far right.
Thank you, Mr. Bladen. My name is David V. Buakai. I serve as the county education officer for Montserrat County 1. And this county covers from the Douala end. We start from the St. Paul Bridge, covering the entire Douala, coming towards central Monrovia, Cinco, all the way to Painesville, going to Arai Road, Ara 2, and on the Kakata Road, we stop at Wayne Town area, where we have the forestry department there. On the freeway, we stop at the double bridge. That entire area covers Montserrat One school system. There where I am assigned and managing the affairs of.
Okay, thanks for having me this morning in this cozy studio. I'm Reverend Harrison Dawolo, I am the County Education Officer for Muscle Rider 2. As my colleague just gave the demarcation of our scope, uh, I supervise 11 educational district in Muscle Rider 2, which has to do with the right bands, which contain three districts that's across the St. Paul, hitting up to Artington, Maysburg, going as far as Tony, Kirisburg, and coming along the Mount Barclay and demarcating with the Wayne Town, as my colleague stated, and also beginning from the Double Bridge to the Jimmy Carroll Bridge, which is a Gardnerville belt. And these are the areas which are supervising, ensuring that the policy of education is assured and should be fully implemented to be able to benefit the futures of this country.
Okay. So let's go to Mr. Barker. Mr. Barker, we want to know how many schools are under jurisdiction right now as you go around to supervise them. How many schools you can boast of right now actively under your supervision and your compliance?
Thank you very much. Let me firstly regret the incident that took place on Monday at the Apostolic Foundation, where one of our schools got on fire. And we have the situation there. We are working with the administration to see how we can properly place our students as they get prepared for the max exam. In Musgrave 1, where we have 15 educational districts, we have 1,470 schools covering Musgrave 1 school system.
Okay, let's come to Mr. Kyle. How many schools are under your jurisdiction?
Okay, Muscle Rider 2 has about, first of all, let me give the various demarcations of the public and private. For private school, I have about 1,042 schools, private. Then for public, I have about 144. We sum up to 1,186 schools as I supervise.
You think these, they're not huge for you?
No, they are not huge for me. I've been in the business
For a while.
for a decade now.
So let's go back to Mr. Barker. Mr. Barker, could you
Yes.
now, what are some of the places you've been working before? Coming to my role here.
All right, thank you, Mr. Bladen. I can say all of my life has been education.
Okay.
That started first with the private sector, where I occupied various positions at the Milton E. Gibson Memorial Academy. I served as a classroom teacher, a chemistry instructor. I went as assistant registrar proper. I became vice principal for instruction. When I was there, and there was a need to help our students at the Queensville Community High School, where I was called upon, and I served there as a volunteer teacher for 3 years.
Oh.
And because of my IT activities at that school, I became the principal of the Queensville Community High School in 2009.
From volunteer to principal.
From volunteer to principal.
That's great. That's great.
So I served in that capacity where I was placed on the government payroll. From there, there was a need to have manpower being placed in the system. In 2013, I was appointed as district education officer for Todi School District. I served Todi for 3 years. The marks are there. While I was there, there was a vacancy in Maryland County for a county education officer. I applied, vetted, and was accepted to serve as county education officer for Maryland County school system. There I went and I served. After a few years, I was again transferred to the Grand Crew County school system, where I also served as a county education officer. until 2021. The need came that we come to Moserado to see how we can settle some issues that were confronting the education system of Moserado County.
All right. So
And-
that's good. That's good. All right. Let's be so. Let's come to Mr. Dower.
Thank
Now,
you.
the both of you from up interior, you're
Thank-
to the city.
Thank
So,
you.
Mr. Dower, tell us your part of experience so that we can come speak
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President,
somebody
for
scored it.
affording all this opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been in the sector of education from the day we became the new to know who we are today. I work in several schools as a classroom teacher, from the rank of a classroom teacher to the rank of principal,
Okay.
and also served the last position I served was as a supervisor for the J.J. Robert School on 12th Street.
Wow.
Yeah, I served as a supervisor, from registrar to supervisor later, and I became the CEO for Nigeria in 2013.
Yeah. How many years?
For about 5 years.
Grandchildren.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was
Wonderful
taking,
grandchildren.
and I was
Zulu
taking,
whiskey.
if you see, then I was taking the River G, 2018.
River G, and you went there.
Yeah,
I saw you there.
I went to River G, and I was able to serve the county of River G as a CEO. And then 2021,
Yes.
after our joint sector review in May in Bond County, before I could return to River G for the assignment, I was called, been transferred to Moserado.
Maserati. That was your taste.
Yeah.
All right. You know, the reason why I'm bringing this is that some people are working and they just want to jump up. But could you imagine Mr. Boaka, David Boaka, coming from volunteer teachers
Yeah.
all the way to principal? So there are some people who are working in our system, they are volunteer teachers, they don't want to be committed.
No.
So when you're not committed, how will you be elevated? It can't just work like that. People get to see your commitment, because when you're faithful in little things, God will put you in charge of bigger ones.
Right.
So, General, I want to say thank you for your effort coming from River G, Grand G, Grand Crew to come to Moserado. I see why you guys are very tough. Let's come to the real issue now. We're not taking a call for now. The real issue. We started with Gala Day activity. Yesterday in Moserado, my number is out there, 0777 2197. I received 21 calls from some schools that are putting students outside. I will first go to Mr. Parker to tell us what the ministry academics say and the policy say regarding Gala Day.
All right. First, let it be established that Gala Day is an extracurricular activities that should be carried out at the various school level. But there are some limitations. There are some issues that should be put into place before these Gala Day activities are carried out.
Okay.
The first one there is anything that has to do with Gala Day, it should be placed into the information sheet of the school, so that parents and guardians, sponsors will be aware of activities that should be taking place at that school.
Okay.
Now, the Ministry of Education has some policy as it relates to Gala Day celebration.
Good.
Now, Gala Day first day should only be celebrated for 2 days, according to the Ministry of Education policy. And those 2 days, we normally encourage our school and their program at almost the end of the week, so that if they want to have additional days, they can carry them to Saturday.
Okay.
But in our policy, we have 2 days. Normally, we request for Thursdays and Fridays so that they can have their program.
And it's not Gala week, but Gala days.
Gala days, not Gala weeks.
Very good.
No, we wouldn't. The Ministry of Education would not accept that to have a Gala week. The next thing we try to encourage our school administrators is that fees attached to Gala days should be minimum. Regalia for Gala
But
days celebration.
in the academic calendar should be minimum or even no cost.
No cost.
To be attached to that. So
Yes, either a
sometimes
minimum or no cost.
just
to
one,
touch.
maybe 100 liberty.
That could
Or
be
nothing, just tobacco water.
yes, to get some water and other things that will amuse the children while they are in the sun. And also, we also informed the school administrators that Gala Day regalia should not be a cost that will drive away the students from their learning activities.
That you put student out for.
It should not be. No school administrator should post students out for
Gala Day.
Gala Day fees. No, it shouldn't be. That should not be.
Let's come to Mr. Dawara. Mr. Dawara, I want you to emphasize what are the penalty of people who will be doing this? Why are they doing to the ministry policy?
First of all, let me make something clear before coming to the penalty aspect. Gala fees, and then I'm trying to see the difference there. Gala fees and then activity fees. I mean, what will you have Gala fee extra from activity?
When you can collect activity
when
fee,
you collect
sure.
activity fee as a school,
Yeah.
because Gala
They have to be inclusive. Excellent.
Good.
Excellent.
Gala
activities.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
activity.
that's
Of course.
The fact that the school collect activity fee,
Yeah.
they should include the field trip,
Yeah.
the Gala Day fee,
Yes.
and the football.
Sure.
They give either
Sure.
football or football.
Yeah.
But you can
And-
collect extra fees for that.
No, you can't do that. You're trying to pose burden on economic burden on the
In
parents.
fact, embarrass the parents.
Embarrassing parents who find it difficult to even keep themselves. However, as my colleague said, a Gala Day is an activities which we also have it along with educational program to motivate students, and that is part of a NOI curriculum outside of academic activities. But there is something to learn from the process. So if we would do that, as we usually hearing parents saying that their children are put out for Gala Day. And any school, any school that would do so will face the full weight of the Ministry of Education. By policy, it's not our personal action.
I saw that 150,000 will be charged.
Yeah,
Will be
150,000 Liberian dollars.
if that is small, we can add more because they said the fine that will
No, but I mean, we still have to go with the policy.
Yeah, yeah.
150,000 Liberian dollars
you'll be
into the government revenue and deposited, and then receipt is been taken to the office of the DEO so that we can know that you have paid set of money in government revenue for violation.
Okay, let's go to Mr. Barker on that Gala Day.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Barker, so are you telling me if you have a Gala Day where the children should parade, is this stipulated in the academic calendar? Can you read it for us?
Yes, there are some issues. We also had these issues once, and we discussed it at our SMT meeting.
Yeah.
That has to do with a specific locality where parade should be.
Mm-hmm.
But we took into consideration Central Monrovia.
Yeah.
If we say you should have parades not on the main street, if you look at Central Monrovia, is there any street that is not main? That was a concern that we had to raise.
Yeah.
And
All the streets that are main streets.
they are all main
All major
streets.
streets.
So we raised the concern, and the minister said, if it is so, then there should be some procedure.
Yes.
If you want to have a Gala Day, you write to the DEO's office that this Gala Day will be on this date. Also, engage the police so that when you are in the street, specifically in Central Monrovia, the police will be guarding the students while they are parading. If it is act of,
So there should be an escort.
of course,
If you want to parade,
if you want
there
to
should be an
parade,
escort.
There
If there's
should
no
be-
escort, there's a specific area.
yes, if you don't want to have a police escort, then it means that you should be looking for a football pitch, you be looking for mini stadium, or you should be looking for a town hall environment that will help you so that your students can have their parade. But wherein you want to occupy either a minor or a main street, you must have a police escort. In the absence of that,
You are not allowed to
you are
go
not
in the
allowed to go
streets.
in the street.
If you do that, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
So please take note and govern yourself. In fact, the importance of having Gala Day the importance of having gala is that you're supposed to give the core value of the school to
Sure.
the student.
Sure.
The dream you have for establishing the school, that's real. The dream you have for establishing the school, and of course, the objective, the mission of the school. Since the students speak first gone and they are drunk.
Which these things are not appropriate to be exhibited on such a day as the school will consider as a school anniversary. Now, what are you trying to portray?
I hope you know.
I mean, as I told you, I was driving and I saw one carpenter shop carrying a gun, more than 20. I said, "Boy, I'm sure that is for another gala parade again."
But like your era,
Oh yes,
like your era,
that's our era, and
when
we're
we
going
see
to
students then we first
we're
gone,
doing that. So
we'll call you.
what do we do on such a day? I think the school should be looking at to reflect the student mind about the
The
history.
core value of the school.
I
Sure.
mean, and the proprietor of that school should be sitting down, retrospect to see what the role mark that was put. That was laid out. What
The vision, what
It's
is
been followed.
achieving. Simple.
And let the school know, let the student knows about the school history, how the school came to existence, because they will want it will be part of the alma mater, and they will discuss it tomorrow.
So let's get
But-
a big comment on
Yeah.
this calendar issue,
Yeah.
Mr. Walker. What could be advised to schools? You being the CEO number one for Maserati. What could be advised for all the schools under your jurisdiction? Listening to you right now regarding the calendar activity, putting students out, facing force, going in the street, drinking, and all kinds of things.
Let me just
In 1 minute.
yes,
Get
thank you
over
very
this
much.
one.
Let me just say to the school administrators of Maserati One, I know you are being in compliance, so I'm just encouraging you. Those things that are out of the policy, please stop them. Gala day should be 2 days. Those things like force guns, they are not necessary for the gala day
They're
parade.
not accepted at
They're
all.
not accepted at all. Please don't put students out for gala day fees. If you should do, it means that
You
you
violation.
are in violation. And
150,000.
we're going to move in, and then I know at the end of this interview, we're going to be sharing our numbers so that you can be able to call us, and we are also calling on the parents because you are on the campus every other day. Please make sure that you have us informed so that we all can engage and see how we can solve the problems.
Very good. Mr. Darrell,
Yeah.
1 minute for this calendar issue.
And I would say that schools should refrain from posting, requesting parents to pay for additional regalia that are so costly that will have parents to think, where can they get it from? Which is not right. So make sure that, as my colleague said, we will be around and our DOs will be around to ensure that the policy is ensured at the purpose means. In
So
order
no
to,
one should put anybody outside in your jurisdiction.
no. You cannot put any student outside for
For
gala
gala
day
day.
fees. No, even for school fees. There should be some negotiation. You know what it means? Look, you as a school principal, you know that you are also trying to contribute to the universal declarations of not leaving any child behind.
Yes.
Do you want to see the child out of class, missing lesson, and knowing the fact that lesson is time bound, the curriculum is time bound?
Thank you. Thank you so much. That is done for gala day celebrations. Gala days are celebrated for 2 days, preferably on the weekend, and no one should post outside for gala day fees. If it's discovered and proven and you are guilty of such act, you'll be fined 150,000 Liberian dollars. Take note, and I have a wonderful and successful school year. Next on the plate is the dress code of students. Mr. Boaka is start with you. Let's start with students first.
You know, when it comes to dress code, we are not just teaching we are also teaching moral, because the moral will take our students out there, present them, the way it should be. In the policy, there are specific dress codes for our students.
Okay. Just name it quickly.
Uh,
Female.
female,
Uh-huh.
you have your hair braided down,
Cornrow all down.
all down
What class is top 2? Is it from first grade to 11th grade or to 12th grade?
from first grade to 12th grade.
Okay. What wrong with people in 12th grade that have the attachment all the way to the bottom?
That should not be. We should not use additional hairs on our head as students. The skirt should be beneath the knee. The waistband of the skirt should be 2 inches.
Okay.
And I think there should be no blouse. If you have a black short hem blouse
Yeah.
for our students, no. And for the boys, your hair should be cut low,
Very low.
no sacking,
Okay.
no sack,
Having the trouser on your bottom
no
down.
side one trouser.
GQ and that way.
Yeah. So those are things that no GQ at all.
Okay.
You should dress modestly to come to the campus.
Are you allowed weave in school?
No weave, no attachment.
Okay.
Those are not needed at the school.
Very good. That's under Mr. Khan.
Yeah, I mean, just to idle what my colleague has. You sure,
Penalty man.
whenever there is such a violation,
Uh-huh.
take action
Okay.
with the school.
Okay.
First of all, I mean, we have a conference with the school. And if the school still continue, then we ask that school to pay some fine in order to be able to field their wrong actions or going against the policy.
Okay.
So, like, for example, you can have a girl child going to school and wearing a long weave and then or even to make up.
Yeah. Eyelashes.
What happened in the process? Are they going to be focused on their lesson?
But the thing that you presenting as a commodity to be purchased. Whether they're going to the beach, or they're going to the club, or they're going to entertainment center, we don't know.
No, I mean,
So you're making your school now to be beach or to be club center or what? What's the intention?
education environment should be preserved that will be able to handle learning activities.
Okay.
And should be able to help the student mind. Because if the student is making up, I mean, they are looking at pageantry, social activities that what will take over their mind while they are studying in the classroom.
So school allows students to go to school in that way, in disrespect, in disregard to the Ministry of Education policy. What would be the penalty for that?
The penalty is clearly stated that such a school will be fined.
And they find like a height.
A fine that will be very painful.
Okay.
That will make you to say, no, I will never attempt to do that, or I will work along with the students. Hey, let me be careful with it because these are things that distract our students today. Because when the student is thinking about how they want to make themselves look beautiful to go to school, then, hey, make the mind to look beautiful than the outward appearance.
Yeah.
So that's what we consider this to be in the policy to guide every school so that school cannot do the thing against the policy as the Ministry of Education have written to guide everyone.
Thank you. Let's now come to this one that's a real one of the year. Okay, the overcharging of processing fees. Mr. Walker, how much is stipulated or sanctioned or placed in the academic calendar for processing fees for 3rd grade, 6th grade, 9th grade, and 12th grades?
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Blayton. By law, that is the policy of the Ministry of Education.
Okay.
Each student is to pay 150 Liberian dollars for processing fees.
Very good.
Be it 3rd grade, 6th grade, 9th grade, or 12th grade.
Okay.
At all schools, be it public, private, mission, faith-based. That is the processing fee that is to be paid. And it was sanctioned by the Ministry of
Those who overcharge, you the penalty man.
Yeah, it's clear here.
Yeah.
Let me read it. Let me read it.
Okay. You
It
can
said-
read it.
Yeah. Pay the amount of 1,050 Liberian dollars in government
No, start
revenue.
from here.
First of all, they said, in that unlikely event that it is proven a school administrator is caught charging more than the approved amount, that school administrator will
One.
A, pay the amount of 150,000 Liberian dollars in government revenue.
Good.
The revenue receipt will be submitted to the office of the district education officer. The school will also receive a warning letter, which will be made public via social media and on the radio.
Good.
Yeah.
The third one.
The third one has to do operational permit of the school may be revoked.
So what it mean?
It simply means that when you violate,
You
if you are,
You're supposed to charge 150, you charge 200.
I'm coming. That's what I'm trying to say. Violation is going contrary to what the policy is saying.
Okay.
And let's note that the calendar is a policy that we craft every
On page
academic
18
year.
and page 19.
And
Everybody
this-
can read.
And this calendar guides us in the 200 days instructional period
Okay.
of our activities.
Okay.
So if you are to charge more than 150 Liberian dollars
As
as a processing fees,
Yeah.
and you charge more than that, these are the penalty that was read that you will receive as a school. So we are kind of asking all of our schools to be able to be in line with the policy, to adhere to the policy, so that we can have the system to run smoothly, and there should be a proper understanding.
Okay. Mr. Barker,
Yes, sir.
you have anything to add on these things? Some schools are saying, by right choice, they're only supposed to pay 150, nothing more, nothing less. But people are charging $50, $40 US. What will happen to them when they are discovered?
First, let me say,
Especially to government school.
first, let me just say this. You know, this academic calendar is being set for school administrators to read the totality of this academic calendar. But what I'm observing, some of our administrators are only concerned about page 6 and page 7, where they have to do with when will first period start, when registration will start, when second period will start. That is one of the problems we are faced with.
Okay.
But if school administrators were, I don't think there will be violation.
Okay.
Again, what was the question?
What would be the penalty for public school teachers? You're not paying yourself, government paying you, and you overcharging. For what reason? What will happen to those teachers or the school administrators?
I don't even want to say it because,
No, but say it today.
you know, let me call on our school administrators at the public schools.
Because these fund for private schools. These are private school fund. They will pay the one. For government school, what will happen?
Public school administrators, please don't violate, because we're going to take it from where you are.
Okay.
We're going to be very frank with that. We're not going to compromise that.
Good.
If you are a principal in a public school and you look at the policy and you violate it, we will take you from where you are as a principal.
Okay. Before you come to that, let me just leave with Diobuto.
Yes,
Mr. Diobuto, how do you do? Oh yes, he's off. Mr. Diobuto, he was on the line. If you wish, you can call back. He's the boss for Wire Office, Wire Liberia. He's in charge of Wire activities. I want him to tell us the date and the time Wire will be a minister. Mr. Buto, how do you do?
Yeah, Master.
How do you do?
I'm trying. And how are you?
We thank God we are on Elbc, and the public want to know when this year WAEC or WAX will be a minister throughout the length and breadth of the Republic of Liberia. Could you give us update?
Okay, so WAEC will be a minister. WAEC will be a minister in her exams. In April for the national exam, and in May for the international exam. So the WAEC exam in April will be for 10th, 6th, and 9th grade.
Could you be specific with it? Could you be specific with the time and date, please?
And so the 6th graders will start first on the 2nd and on the 22nd and 23rd of April.
Okay.
However, we hearing that there will be by-elections in 2 counties,
Uh-huh.
Nima and Kwanchi. The Nima for the Central,
Yeah.
and Kwanchi there particular district.
Okay.
So we take that into consideration. On the 23rd, that the 6th grade is supposed to be ending the exam.
Okay.
Then the 3rd grade will come on the 24th.
Okay.
Then 9th grade will be 25th and 26th.
The
Then
12th
I will
graders.
also give, yes.
Yeah, we want to know the 12th grader. When the 12th grader will be starting what?
So why we give the 12th grade exam from the 15th of May, from May 15th to the 4th of June. You know, May 14th is a holiday. So after the holiday, the next day, which is the 15th, we start the exam in Liberia.
Okay. So, Mr. Diogoto, could you kind of drill us through the fees and tell us the penalty? Please start with 3rd grade. Please start with 3rd grade. 3rd grade, how much they supposed to pay?
1,150 Liberian dollars. The 1,000 comes to the office. The school will pay 1,000 in the office. The 150 will be left at the school.
Okay. 6th grade.
6th grade, 2,150 Liberian dollars. Similarly, the 150 will be left at the school, and the 2,000 will be brought to the WAEC office.
So what the 150 for?
For processing.
Okay.
All the classes.
Okay.
All the classes pay just as the CEOs have just indicated.
Okay.
Whether you are in the 3rd grade, you are in the 6th grade, you are in the 9th grade, you are in the 12th grade, you are paying 150 Liberian dollars.
Okay, let's go to 9th grade. 9th grade private school.
9th grade only private schools. Public schools, parents are to only pay 150.
Okay.
Private schools will pay 5,500 plus 150, which will be 5,650.
Okay. 12th graders.
12th graders, only 150, whether public or private school.
Okay. So if it is discovered and proven that a school is overcharging, what will your office do? Will you allow them to sit for wire or wax?
If a school overcharges, what we want to do is that it is brought to our attention. We inform the Ministry of Education. It is established an overcharge. The candidates will not be allowed to do this then. Because that will be a complete violation of the ministry's policy. The ministry controls the educational sector. So the ministry says X, Y, Z must be done within the sector. I think we will also be able to
we understood that you add additional days to the platform. How many days are you giving for schools who are very slow?
Okay, so the registration is going to go up to next week, the 16th of March. Any school that does not complete by the 16th of March, or a school will have it's set to play.
All right, thank you, Mr. Diobuto. You have been a very nice time on the program. Education at Midweek. Okay, that's good. So right now we want to say thank you. Number to call 0777 21 21 97. Please, we just want to we got 15 minutes left. We just want to receive a few calls. And if you're listening, please call and clear your chest. What is happening in your community, in your country? Let's take the first caller. Good morning. Oh, sorry. You are not on speaker. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? I see you are all set to take down the school name. Which one is the school violating your area?
My name is Morris. We're calling from Chizu Factory Turning Point.
Let's hear you. Is there any school in your area?
My son be up in the 12th grade, but I know got the actual amount for 12th grade. I'm not 12th grade be paying for WAP fee.
12th grade, not WAP fee. They only pay 150. Only 150 LD 12th graders supposed to pay in the Republic of Liberia for WAP fee. The head of wire just said 150 LD, nothing more, nothing less.
Okay,
thank you. Okay, let's move. Good morning. You get 1 minute. You get 15 minutes left. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, I am a from two schools in Broadville.
Let's hear you.
One is Boson Public School.
Boson Public School.
The class school is girls scratch up their stomach.
Okay.
Scratch above their knees.
Okay.
Keeping color hairs on campus.
Okay, very good.
Then,
the CEOs are here.
Bala Public School.
Is it working as public school?
Bala Public School in
Very
Broadville.
good.
The Bala Public School, they just took 5 players from the students for the 12th graders for processing fee.
You say how much?
500.
Okay, you know the public school.
Yeah, no problem.
Then
Now, only 150 is supposed to so that in total violation. That person must start packing his load. Okay.
So far away from them.
Thank you.
Then, beyond that, you need to pay 8,500 project fee.
In public school.
Because private school, government school.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. The CEO is knocking that. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's hear you, my brother. Clear your chest and let's face the education
My
system.
name is Mohammed Sherry and I call you from Broadville.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, I had an issue. I have a student, my son, in the school. The school is still charging for this.
Call the school name. Now, what open the line? Call the school name.
Arahim Muslim School.
What kind of school? You know?
Arahim is a private school.
Okay.
They charge her 3,500 for class fee for 6th grader. And now I yell at the radio that the money is too high. We should pay 2,000.
Where is school located? Where is school located?
They located right to Banjo.
Banjo. Thank you. They are overcharging that in violation. The CEO then will be coming there right after the convoy. We are in our booths and iron on it. We're coming. We are in rest. Good. We're moving today. And this thing must stop. Yeah. Let's go. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Please clear your chest. Let's face the education system.
Yeah, this is Barry Manor H. Seaton calling from District 18.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, with regard to the educational matter that is being discussed in this video here, Elbc, I would like to speak to one or two issues.
Mama, go ahead and do slow.
My voice is low.
All right. Good morning. Yeah, how you doing, my brother? Where you calling from?
I'm receiving error calling from Nafa.
Christian Fellowship. Located where?
Peace community when you reach to Bonapa before get into the Elbc junction.
The CEO that taking that note. Thank you, my brother. God will bless you. Good. That's what we want. Just call the school name where they located. Morning.
Hello.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, sir. How are you, Mr. Biden?
How do you do, my brother? Oh, what's your name?
Yeah, I'm Sylvester Dawayita calling from Buchanan, Grandmaster Candy.
Let's hear you from Buchanan. What is unfolding?
I want to applaud you people for this program. You know, educate the parents, the guardians, and then it put in line.
Yeah.
For in Buchanan, there are some schools that we
No, we don't want some school. Call the school name. Call the school name.
Like for my school that my daughter attending for school this week, the same school here with 335 US.
For what thing?
School day.
School day.
And when you don't pay,
What is school name?
What is school name? What is school name?
Drain school system, the drain school system.
The dream school system. In
And then the multi school integrated international. My daughter attending there will pay for activity as the fee, project fee, and then the kind of
Assisted out US from which other school? Which other school? Location?
Johnsonville.
Okay, they're taking note. Very good. Okay, Liberians, we're ready to change. Good. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
Let's hear you.
I'm Ram Muhammad, calling from Amagashi.
Okay, let's hear you.
My concern here 2 years back, my daughter did her examination from third grade.
No, that's not what we're here for. Good morning. Good morning, Honorable Jackson. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. I want to applaud you for listening to me.
Yeah.
The last time I was on the radio with you, of course, and I said we should involve the CEOs.
Yeah.
They know where the schools are.
Yeah.
And today you have done that, so I really called to say thank you.
Yeah.
Bringing us schools, I will go along. They know what is going on in those schools.
Okay.
I'm not accusing them, but some of them are aware what is going on.
Oh.
So they will help you work along with you.
So who are aware? Who are aware?
I said some of them are aware that teachers principals are charging those fees. Should I repeat it?
No, all right.
Some of the CEOs and CEOs are aware that schools are charging those fees. So call
So
them.
what's the
let them work
advice?
with you.
Why
Yes,
advice?
So you won't have to be looking all around for those schools. So I thank you for listening to me as a veteran educator in this country.
Thank you very much. All right, I take this one. I see you. You guys are been. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Yeah. This time the time going. We are 8 more minutes here. We need just 5 more calls. Good morning. Good morning. The calls are just coming. You can wish more, sir. Good morning. Good morning. Let's hear you from. Uh-huh. Oh. The boy says green. The boy says, what is school name again? Supreme Kid. Mm-hmm. They are all charging. How much you pay? Wrong. It's very wrong. The opposite overcharging. And we bring it up fine. Look at that kind of thing. All right. They see you there ready. They're touching their belt already. All right. So let's get ready. Yeah. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah. What's your take?
I'm Modi Kamara calling from Lufa.
Yeah, let's hear you. How is Lofa?
Lufa is school.
Is any school violating that?
Yes. So
Call the school name.
Schools like public school.
Mama, call the public school name.
Catholic public school. Almost all school in Lufa.
No. It doesn't work like that. If you don't have festive school to call a name, do not bring collective guilt on all the schools. You can't tell me all the principal wicked. You're not fair. Please call the identical school you found or charging. That's our aim, our objective. We the bad school from the good schools.
Our student from Montana and then according no other schools who do the same thing.
Oh my man, you're not serious. You're not here to do this time. Good morning.
Hello.
Let's hear you. Yes.
Yeah, I'm calling from Corway. This is James Chaco from Corway.
Okay, let's hear you, my brother. Is there any school over there violating?
Yeah.
Will you call their name now? The CEOs are ready.
The ETM principal.
The ETM and the government school?
Yeah, mess up that place. Mess up.
Oh.
Same people go to all the
No, but listen now, listen. You can't get me accused of like that. Please take it back. See, I take it back.
Okay, I take it back.
That's our person.
You charge more than
Oh my God. See, so anyway, I put 18 out there. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Let's hear you. Your name and where you calling from, please.
Okay, I'm Bukati Knowledge calling from Hapo, Maryland County, to be specific.
Oh, yes. It's good that you called us. How is Hapo?
Yeah. There are a lot of government schools here charging over fees.
Please call the name. Please call the name.
Okay, so they had a school called Elizabeth Gibson Elementary and Junior High School here in Jacksonville.
They're overcharging.
Yeah, they are overcharging.
The other school.
How much? How much?
We have the Department High School.
How much are they charging?
The 12 players, they are charging almost 3,000 plus.
Okay.
For what?
For what? For what fee?
Yes.
Or processing fee. Okay. Nice. So we'll connect the CEO from there. Yeah. Good morning.
Yeah, hello. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother. Is there anything on your chest you want to clear?
Yeah, and thank you very much to Alice for not this program and I'm not here a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm calling from Canada.
Yeah, let's hear you.
And just now, Tina, I will tell you, I get from $3 YFC, which is 3,500.
What class? What class? What class? Which of the school?
Perfect grade. Perfect grade. 3,500 come from being there now.
Please be clear. Which school?
Take your own time now. Which of the school?
Hello.
Yeah, which of the school? Yeah.
The school name is Perfect Grade.
Perfect grade.
Perfect.
Around Aluminium Factory.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let's take this one. One more, the last one, and we will call it a day. Good morning.
Yeah. Hello, this is Christian Britain.
Yeah, how do you do? Is there any school holiday around area?
Yeah, Cornwell.
Cornwell, what is school name?
ETMR.
How much are they charging?
Got 2
Ah, thank you. You're wasting time. We're out of time. Thank you for now. I want to say thank you so much. ETM have been complete twice. So your party comment, just 1 minute, 1 minute, you know, not 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Okay, we want to say thank you for hosting us here.
Okay.
We're calling on our school administrators who are being alleged. We are coming in the field to conduct an investigation. If you are found guilty, we're going to
Thank you, Mr. Blinton, for having us here this morning to discuss the key issues. However, all of what have been alleged, we are going to look into them and be able to carry on due diligence to investigate. And if found guilty, we take the action as a policy says.
Here with me on the radio.
Sure enough.
Thank you very much. With that, we've been having Mr. Boyka and Mr. Dawa here. They are both the CEO for Monserrato County. We want to say, kindly join us next time, same time, same station, for another fresh edition of this program, Education at Midweek. Until then, have a wonderful time. On behalf of the Ministry of Education, my name is J. Max. I love you, but God love you the best. Bye-bye.